Hello, dear students, how are you? Today we are going to talk about traveling. Let's start. Before starting our lesson, you should read and express your opinion. Do you agree with the thoughts of the famous people? Traveling is one way of lengthening life. Benjamin Franklin. He that travel far knows much. John Clark. Be glad of life because it gives you the chance to love, to work, to play, and to look up the stars. This is Henry Van Dyke. If you want to get somewhere, you can go there by car, train, hot air balloon, helicopter, airplane, jet, ship, ferryboat, raft, coach, and camper. Okay. While traveling, we often go sightseeing. As a rule, tourists visit some of these places. And the first picture, that is, of course, cathedral, church, theater, palace, park, monument, statue, and bridge. Okay, now, things that tourists often do on holidays. They often look around, often take photos, spend a lot of money, buy souvenirs, do shopping, of course, clothes they wear, go sightseeing, and have a good time. Nowadays, students, let's talk about attractions of Karacal, Pakistan. Remarkable sites of Karacal, Pakistan are mostly located in the capital of the region, Nukus. The city itself is relatively young, only 80 years old. Hence, if we turn to their history, it's worth to notice that from the 3rd century BC to 4th century AD, there was a city called Tursi, which was a part of the Khwarezm state. Traveling Karacal, Pakistan, it's worthwhile to view the most notable constructions of the country. Now, dear students, look at these pictures. Have you ever been to these places? Which of them would you like to visit most of all? Of course, on the first picture is Mizdakhan. Mizdakhan near the city of Khojali in Karacal, Pakistan, on the territory of 100 to 200 hectares. The architectural complex Mizdakhan is located. The intersection of highways between Karacal, Pakistan and Turkmenistan makes it quite convenient for tourists to visit. Located on 3 hills, the complex is visible from afar. In order to inspect all its parts, it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it, of course. On the second picture, we can see Chilpakala. Everybody knows this place. Chilpakala is one of the oldest Zoroastrian monuments in Karacal, Pakistan. Over 202,000 years, according to historians, it stands in the middle of the prairie. Nukus is only 43 kilometers away. This place is quite popular among tourists. The place is really unique and unusual, of course. Lying right on the Nukus-Urgench highway, a hill with a tower is seen from afar. The height of hill is not large, but given its location is a desert area, the view from it opens in all directions. The valley of the Amudarya river is in full view, and immediately after it is a village of Kipchak and the border with Turkmenistan. Now we can see in these pictures Savitsky Museum. Savitsky Museum is situated in the center of Nukus. This museum is named in honor of Moscow artist Igor Vitalyevich Savitsky. Igor Vitalyevich Savitsky arrived in Nukus in the 50s, and in 1966 he was appointed as the director of the Nukus Museum. Exactly during this period he began to buy works. In Italy, Savitsky was engaged in archaeological researches and Karakalpak ethnography, and then he was interested in works of modern art. Now, let's talk about interesting things around the world. In Pakistan, you mustn't wink, it's offensive. In the Middle East, you must never use the left hand for greeting, eating, and drinking. In Thailand, you shouldn't pat a child's head. In Singapore, chewing gum is banned. Bowing is a usual way of greeting in China. In Poland, you should never take chrysanthemums to a party. They are only given at funerals. If you are invited to a meal in Brazil, you should arrive sometime after the state time. Now, home task. What does traveling mean to you? Here are some words related to traveling, and you should write short essay by using these words. The lesson is over. Goodbye.